On Tuesday evening, Jay Clayton, a Goldman Sachs attorney, was confirmed to be the new chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, not only is Jay Clayton the Goldman Sachs attorney who oversaw the negotiations between the bank and the Treasury Department during the Wall Street bailout in 2008, he's also the leading intellectual opponent of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. That is a law that basically bars United States companies and United States citizens from getting business overseas by bribing foreign officials. He's against that. He's the guy who has led the legal case against enforcement of the FCPA. Now, Donald Trump may be a policy nihilist when it comes to most issues, but the FCPA is a very different issue for him. This is something that he has spoken about frequently. He has said that he thinks the enforcement of the FCPA is wrong, it's too aggressive, that the law itself handcuffs American businessmen. Why does he know so much about this? Well, a New Yorker article earlier this year speculated that, in fact, what the Trump brand is selling when it works overseas is a willingness to look the other way on bribing foreign officials, which would be any number of felonies. Because it's not just that you cannot bribe foreign officials, you cannot partner with people who it appears are bribing foreign officials, and you're required to undergo due diligence to make sure that that's not happening. You say, well, how could somebody know if there's bribery going on? Well, if the project seems absurd and is being built in the middle of nowhere, and one of the partners is the Minister of Transportation, and a lot of his relatives are connected with it, that alone would give off the appearance of some type of corrupt activity. That's exactly what's happening with Trump Baku in Azerbaijan, and that's just one example of apparently corrupt practices that the Trump organization has engaged in around the world. So they very dearly care about the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. Jay Clayton cares about it a ton. He is a lawyer who has spent much of his career arguing against it, and he was also Goldman Sachs' lawyer during the time of the Wall Street bailout. In other words, he was the guy who was negotiating the terms of the 2008 Wall Street bailout. He is now about to become the SEC chairman.
If President Trump wanted to make sure that the SEC would have a hard time in going after his Wall Street friends, it seems to me you would be the perfect SEC chair.